Hello and welcome to Ames in Focus, the podcast where we highlight the people, programs, and partnerships that keep our community clean, connected, and moving forward. I'm Bill Gebhart with Communications and Outreach at the City of Ames, and today we're talking about a hands-on way to make a visible difference in our community: stash the trash. Joining me today is Mark Peebler, Resource Recovery Superintendent with the City of Ames, here to talk to us about stash the trash. Mark, welcome back to the podcast.
Hi, Bill. Thanks for that welcome. I appreciate the introduction, and I've got Matthew Bradner here with Iowa Home Consulting. He's been a great partner with the City of Ames for a lot of our sustainability programs, so we greatly appreciate him joining us today.
Matt, welcome to Ames in Focus.
Yeah, thanks so much. It's great to join you guys.
So let's start here. So for those who may not have heard of it before, which I don't know how people haven't heard of it before, but what is Stash the Trash?
Stash the Trash is a great event that we've had several years. Is this the 10th annual?
I think it might be even more than that.
Okay, so several years.
10 plus, we'll call it 10 plus.
10 plus. So years that we've been doing this event within the City of Ames, and really it's focused on trying to keep the community cleaned up and keep the litter and the trash picked up to where it's a beautiful place for residents and visitors to come to.
And how have you been involved with Stash the Trash, Matt?
I believe I actually got started just back as an individual volunteering. It might have even been in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, just looking to build that volunteer resume.
Which would be 10 plus years ago?
Definitely 10 plus years ago. Absolutely. Since then, just as a business, as Iowa Home Consulting, we're always looking for opportunities to get involved and have certainly formed a partnership along the way.
Great. So this is more than just picking up litter, though, right? It's really about community pride and stewardship. Did
Absolutely.
you guys agree?
Yes, very
Absolutely.
much.
Okay. So we're partnering with Iowa Home Consulting, which you just mentioned. Can you tell us a little bit about how that partnership came together?
Sure. So as Iowa Home Consulting, again, it's always easy enough to send out a team in the field and pick up some litter, but we thought beyond that, how can we get more people involved? So a number of years back, we decided we'd just make use of some of the resources that we have as a contractor, and we said, for those people who don't want to haul, junk in their sedan back to a roll-off, what they can do is they can reach out to Iowa Home Consulting. We'll come out into the field there and we'll pick it up for you. We'll get it where it needs to go. So hopefully kind of just expanding the reach of the volunteers out there.
And so, Matt, why did Iowa Home Consulting want to get involved with this event?
Well, we always do whatever we can as far as community involvement is concerned. And again, this is just a great opportunity to truly feel like we're making a difference. It's a true before and after.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. And we're super happy that you are getting involved in this way. And I think it's great, too, to not have to have people take their trash to resource recovery, but have a way for it to be picked up. I think more people would get involved that way as well.
That's the idea.
That's the hope, right?
Absolutely.
So let's get into the details. Stash the Trash is getting ready to happen. So when are the dates? What are the times? How can people participate?
So it's going to be Friday, April 24th, Saturday, April 25th, and Sunday, April 26th. There's a website that you can visit, stashthetrash.com. You can go on there for more information and be able to sign up for different parks and areas that are available for cleanup.
And so simple concept, right? People can pick up a park, a green space, some area that needs attention, right? They can do whatever they want. And then what do they do with it as they collect it?
Sure. So a couple of different options there. There'll be the ability for them to ultimately drop that off if they desire and they have the means to do so at a centralized location. And obviously we'll provide some more information on that as we get a bit closer. But then secondarily, just as noted, there's also going to be the opportunity to be able to reach out to us at Iowa Home Consulting. So we'll have a plan in place there where, say, they're cleaning up a park, where there's going to be a dedicated location where any of that accumulated trash that they pick up, they can leave it in that location, let us know, and we'll swing by and make sure it disappears.
And so for people that aren't sure exactly where to start, is there information on the website that gives guidance onto areas that really need that kind of pickup?
Absolutely, yep. So again, if they visit stashthetrash.com, they'll be able to see those areas and sign up accordingly. And do keep in mind if there's a specific area that you're passionate about, it might be your neighborhood, it might be what you see every day walking to school or to work. It's flexible.
Yeah.
So there's certainly the opportunity there to sign up for secondary areas, or feel free just to go out on that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and do your thing. It's whatever you prefer there.
But there is guidance for places that are really high traffic and we know that are going to need to be picked up.
Absolutely, yeah. So certainly parks, any of the city parks are going to be listed there. Beyond that, specific neighborhoods as well.
So, Mark, what about supplies like gloves, trash bags, things like that? Are those provided? People need to provide them themselves? Or Matt?
Yeah. So this year, as you know, there's kind of a couple different categories of volunteers. So either you can sign up as a group or sign up as an individual. Leading up to the event, if you sign up as a group, we want to make sure that's as easy as possible for your organization. So prior to the event, we'll coordinate with contact with that group and actually bring any supplies to you.
Okay.
So things are easy day of. For the individual, we'll have things set up where it can stop by. Again, information will be out there as far as location to pick up any of those materials if you choose to not provide them.
And so things can be provided if you're not providing them yourselves. We're trying to make this as easy as possible is what it sounds like.
That's the idea, absolutely.
Okay, so let's talk about the impact. What kind of a difference does this make for Ames, this event? What kind of a difference does it make for Ames?
So what we measure and what we're trying to do as we move forward with this event, the materials that are picked up and then collected, and if it comes to us or if it goes to Iowa Home Consulting, to be able to measure the amount of material that's been picked up in the community. But part of it is awareness, trying to get groups engaging into community cleanup. But then also this is something that can be done all the time. So it's just something that's visual, bringing people together for the betterment of the community, visual appearance. But also we want to keep this material out of the streams and, anything that we can recycle, we can possibly do that as well.
And so it does have a good impact. And the idea of bringing everyone together kind of puts it on the front of our mind. But our real idea is stash the trash every day, right? Like Yes. We're always out there picking up those things. So from a resource recovery plan perspective, Mark, how does something like this support the bigger picture of waste management in Ames?
So the bigger picture for waste management in Ames, we're able to take this material at our current facility, the resource recovery plant. We process this material, pull out in the light fraction plastic, paper, combustible material. If it's not recyclable, we're able to use that for waste energy. But then in the future, as we can continue with this event within the community, we'll be able to handle that material through the new R3C facility, where we'll have drop-off for recycling and then also processing the material and pulling out any of the metals for recycling as well.
And so from the Iowa Home Consulting side, what does it mean to see businesses and residents work together like this?
Yeah, I think this is it's a really cool opportunity where almost anyone can get involved. There's some option out there for anybody. And like I said, we're doing everything we can to make it as easy as possible. So seeing businesses, organizations, students, individuals in neighborhoods, parks, coming together to do something like this for the City of Ames, it's just cool.
And so you said before that people can get signed up or they can get involved as individuals, they can get involved as groups, they can do all that sort of thing. What is the next step for however people want to get involved?
Again, I would really encourage people to head to stashthetrash.com. I was going to say, I think about any sort of questions are going to be able to be answered there, and everything for sign up is set to go.
Yeah, and this is one of those things where it's not saying that you're committing to a full day or a full 3 days of work and picking up trash out in the community. It's any time that you have available to pick up some of those areas or where it's needed.
And let's say that I wake up on that Friday or Saturday and I realize that I didn't register, because sometimes my mind goes a little wiry after that. Can I still participate?
Of course.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So registration just helps us know how many people are going to be out there so that we can sort of have things ready, but anyone can participate at any time.
That's exactly right.
Okay. So we've been ending our podcast episodes with some rapid fire questions that we just started in our season 2. So I got some rapid fire questions. One of you can answer, both of you can answer, however you guys think. So what is your favorite park or outdoor spot in Ames?
Ada Hayden. I would have to go with Ada Hayden just because it's such a big space and you never feel crowded out there. There's trails. The scenery is always great and it's always clean and picked up.
Okay. Do you have one, Matt?
Yeah, sure. Ada Hayden, also great.
Okay.
Ada great. But you know what? I'm going to say I'm a Brookside guy.
Okay. I'm a Brookside guy. So controversy here in this first question is what we're saying. So, okay. So talking about stash of trash, Gloves or grabber tool? You guys like to get the gloves on, hands on, or you like the grabber tool where you don't have to bend over and whatever?
So it kind of depends on how much trash and debris that you're picking up out there. It's nice to be able to just bend over, pick it up with your gloves. But at the same time, if there's an area where there's a lot of small debris, it makes it quicker, and it kind of alleviates some of the back pain that you feel the next day if you're using a grabber tool.
Yeah. So how about, would you rather do an early morning cleanup or an afternoon cleanup? Early riser, you want to stay up late? How you want to do it?
I was going to say, I'm a morning guy for sure, so I'm gonna have to elect with morning.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd have to agree with Matt. I'd rather be out there in the morning, and then that way, if there's more trash, I can spend more time picking it up throughout the day. So maybe a little bit of both.
Okay. All right. So what is one item that you guys are surprised to see in the litter that people are getting picked up?
That's a good question. I would say some of the things that have come up in the past in the parks and some of the areas off to the edge of the trees and wooded areas, there's chemicals that are out there as far as household stuff that people haven't made an appointment for to drop off the resource recovery plant. I don't know if it's a weekend or they don't have time, but we're always open for that. Also batteries. We want to make sure that we keep those separate. It seems like almost everything that you find or buy these days has a battery in it.
It does. Okay, and last one. What is one word or one phrase that you would use to describe Stash the Trash?
Sustainability.
That's a good one.
I was going to say, I'm going to have a hard time beating that one, I suppose.
I'll let you say the same one. Mark, Matt, thank you so much for being here and helping to make this event happen. Stash the Trash is a simple idea, but it really shows what can happen when a community comes together to take care of the place we all share. If you'd like to get involved, learn more about the cleanup locations, or sign up as a group or an individual, visit stashthetrash.com. Thanks for tuning in to Ames in Focus. Grab a bag, lend a hand, and we'll see you next time.
Ames in Focus is a City of Ames podcast.